In comparing the consciousness of different people, you would realize that at the core, there is a certain form of emptiness that are common to many people. And so, if you do not regard the such things as personal traits such as facial image, voice, the quality of the voice, autobiographical memory, and personality traits and so on as essential to consciousness, then you would realize that there are many common features of human consciousness, and that is a kind of emptiness at the core. But the feeling that one is one, I is I, and you is you. This kind of feeling is the selfhood is common to all human self-consciousness, and that I think is a very important realization. So you can even say that there is only one consciousness among people. If you do not regard the personal traits, including autobiographical memory as essential for self-consciousness. So that is the one consciousness hypothesis. Having said that, if you extend our view to various forms of consciousness among life, for example, a single cell organism would also have consciousness of a sort because they are under the condition of uh, sensory overflow. The fact that you are getting more information than you can handle. A single celled organism would also have consciousness of some sort. And in order to compare human consciousness and single cell organisms' consciousness, we do need the concept of familial resemblance by Ludwig Wittgenstein. So we should not start from the assumption that there is one common trait, essential trait of consciousness, and defining consciousness by that essential trait. That cannot treat evolutionary family tree well, because in evolution you can have a diversity of forms connected, and that is exactly the kind of familial resemblance that Wittgenstein discussed in his later days. And so I think this application of familial resemblance to consciousness would help us greatly in understanding the evolution of consciousness, where there are many diverse forms of consciousness, and not necessarily sharing one particular trait, such as self-consciousness. So, self-consciousness is very important uh, in human consciousness, but they would be differently realized in various forms of consciousness found in various forms of life. And so, familial resemblance would be very important in understanding the evolutionary context, evolutionary family tree of conscious experience.